Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, Sam Elliott, who decided to offer his honest opinion about a movie called Power of the Dog on Netflix. It was some gay cowboy hippie bullshit woke thing. He's apologizing for giving his opinion. His honest opinion. And I'm heartbroken. I'm going to get into this. This is from Hollywood Reporter. The 1883 actor last month slammed the Western as well as its director, Jane Campion, on an episode of Mark Maron's WTF podcast, calling the movie a piece of shit, as well as questioning its character portrayal and themes of masculinity and sexuality. Sam Elliott has apologized for his controversial statements he has made about the Western, The Power of the Dog, last month in an episode of the WTF podcast, speaking Sunday on a panel of Deadline's Contenders TV event to promote his Paramount Plus series 1883. Elliott was asked about his comments, which included calling the Jane Campion-directed movie a piece of shit, as well as questioning its character portrayals and themes of masculinity and sexuality. First, don't go do a podcast whose call letters are WTF, he quipped. Getting serious, he added that the movie struck a chord with me, in quotes. And in trying to tell a guy, the WTF guy, Marin, how I felt about the film, I wasn't very articulate about it. Elliott continued, I didn't articulate it very well, and I said some things that hurt people, and I feel terrible about that. Why? Why do you feel terrible about expressing your honest opinion? He went on to apologize directly to the gay community, who has been incredible to me and my entire career, and I mean my entire career, from before I got started when I was in this town. Friends on every level and every job or description, up until today with my agent, my dear friend, and I'm sorry that I hurt any of those friends and someone that I love and anyone else by the words that I used. He continued, I also told this What the F podcaster that I thought Jane Campion was a brilliant director, and I want to apologize to the cast of The Power of the Dog, brilliant actors all, he said. And in particular, Benedict Cumberbatch. I can only say that I'm sorry, and I am. Elliott's apology comes a little over a month after the episode was released, the WTF episode. Asked if he liked the movie, Elliott told Marin, fuck no. I looked at it when I was down there in Texas doing 1883, and what really brought it home to me the other day, there was a fucking full-page ad out in the LA Times, and there was not a review, but a clip, and it talked about the evisceration of the American myth. And I thought, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm reading quotes here, folks. This is the guy that's done Westerns forever. The evisceration of the American West. They made it look like, what are all those dancers and those guys in New York that wear the bow ties and not much else? Remember them from back in the day? Marin clarified that Elliott was referring to Chippendale dancers. Elliott then went on, that's what all these fucking cowboys in that movie looked like. They're all running around in chaps and no shirts. There's all these allusions to homosexuality throughout the fucking movie. So there's nothing wrong with that. He later added on, added of Campion, what the fuck is this woman? She's brilliant a director, by the way. I love her work, previous work. But what the fuck does this woman from down there in New Zealand know about the American West? And why in the fuck does she shoot this movie in New Zealand and call it Montana and say, this is the way it was? That fucking rubbed me the wrong way, pal. The myth is that there were these macho men out there with the cattle. I just come from fucking Texas, where I was hanging out with families, not men, but families, big, long, extended, multiple generation families that made their living and their lives were all about being cowboys. So yeah, he apologizes for saying all that. He has good points. So why is he apologizing for it? Wild West, The West, and all those other movies were about masculinity. They didn't have a bunch of overtly flamboyant gay scenes because that wasn't considered masculine back then. In fact, that was considered abnormal back then. I'm not saying that to be derogatory. I'm saying that because it's a fact. Back in the old days, what people would call the West and the Wild West and the Old West and other names for it, if two guys were walking around without shirts and kissing each other and being flamboyantly gay and whatnot, they'd be ran out of the damn town. They'd be seen as freaks. People who act in a freakish manner. Definition of it, by the way. So yeah, he has every right to give his own opinion. If people don't like that opinion, well, too freaking bad. As for this Campion woman filming a Western or an American Western in New Zealand, yeah, that is kind of weird. So yeah, him apologizing. Or I apologize to any friends that I have and to Campion and Benedict and all that other stuff. Why? It's not your fault that they decided to choose to be offended by facts being spoken. That's their fault. Sam Elliott has just lost a lot of respect by me. I mean, what is it with all of these people in Hollywood who love to tell it like it is, but then, because I didn't mean it that way, or I shouldn't have said that, and I'm sorry. Walking back everything. If I said something and meant it, I would say I meant it. And if people do not like that I have an opinion, something that is known as part of free speech in this great country that I live in, well, then that's their problem. It's called agree to disagree and move on. Unfortunately, Sam Elliott does not believe in that. Or he is forced to apologize. There's that possibility too. Because he would either be fired or something. Honestly, Sam, you should not have apologized. And if your friends who are part of the LGBTQ community are offended, then then I would simply tell them maybe they need to grow a spine. Because I know many people who are a part of the LGBTQ community, folks, and you know what? They honestly can't stand the overtly flamboyant members who have to make everything about being gay and sexual and all that stuff. They don't mind keeping it personal. They don't mind talking about it openly. But they aren't going to broadcast it for the entire world either. Sam Elliott, seriously, you lost a lot of respect. I love you as an actor. You are a great actor. But you just, in your own personal life and off-screen life, just lost a shit ton of respect because you are not allowing people, or you are allowing people to be offended over you giving your honest opinion. Shame on you. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of Sam Elliott apologizing for being honest? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.